Hello everyone, so I am now recording my last video for Ethony's hashtag 31 Days of Tarot 2019. So today in my video I will cover question from day 28 to 31. So the first prompt is, what is your go-to tarot book and why? Okay, so for tarot books, I actually don't have I didn't buy too many tarot books. I only bought probably like two or three, and some I end up not reading. Some I didn't end up reading at all because I just didn't have time. But if I have to pick one tarot book, one go-to tarot book, then I would say this one, Tarot for Beginners by Barbara Moore. And the reason why is because in this book, she discussed each of the major and minor arcana, and she compare the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. I think this is this the Witch's Tarot, or no, this is the Ciro Marchetti Tarot, the Easy Tarot or the Golden Tarot, I forgot, and the Shadowscapes Tarot. So I think I refer to this book a lot, as you can see from the markers, because it compares the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith and the Shadowscapes, which I have. And I think Shadowscape is largely based on the RWS, but with it has its own style and difference. So it's very very interesting to know the difference, to compare, and to help me understand the Rider-Waite-Smith, how it is portrayed through various decks. So yeah, this is quite very very interesting, and it's also easy book for beginners, easy to read. And each tarot card discussion also contains the core meaning of the card, and then how they are represented in each version of the deck. So you see, for each card, the author Barbara Moore highlight the similarities and the differences between the version. So yeah, so this is probably my the tarot reference that I use most. For day 29, the prompt is, how do you feel about tarot deck modifications? So like, for example, maybe trimming the deck or edging it. So I never trim decks, even if I don't like the borders, because I am simply lazy. That's the number one reason. And because I am afraid of ruining the deck. So yeah, but largely it's because it's such a painstaking process to trim the deck. So I normally don't do that. I just bought decks with borders that won't bother me, or decks that have no borders. But sometimes I think the only modification I ever done to my deck is edging them, coloring them. So like this Spirit Within Tarot, I think because of the silhouette, it would look much better if I edge it in black. I saw someone doing it, I forgot who, but anyway, I think I only succeed in ruining the decks because, as you can see, I couldn't do it properly, and I smudged the marker all over the deck, and yeah, so my deck has some black stuff at the borders. So but yeah, but I prefer it this way, black. I think it suits it better. So this is the only modification I ever done to my tarot decks. So day 30 prompt is predictive tarot reading. Do you do predictive tarot reading? Yes or no? And why? Okay, for predictive tarot reading, yes, sometimes. I mean, it depends on the request of a client or the querent. But even though so sometimes when a client asks, will my ex and I get back together, I will ask what's the prospect to the deck, but the deck normally gives me answer that is not straight yes or no. So I can ask the deck a predictive question, and the deck won't answer with the result of with what the future holds, but instead it will kind of give me answer like maybe, but you have to da 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 and something like that. So it actually give my deck always gives answers that are more action oriented than result oriented. So yeah, so yeah, I mean I myself believe that we there is a reason that we cannot glimpse into the future too much, because it will influence, it will affect our action now, and like we may be responsible for self-fulfilling prophecy, or we may be responsible for ruining the course of our destiny. So I guess I still ask my deck the question that the querent asks, but my deck usually won't give me the exact answer of what's going to happen in the future. So that's my answer to question for day 30. And lastly, for the last day, day 31, the prompt is, what question do you most often ask the tarot? Right. So I don't have a question that I always ask the tarot over and over again, because it depends on what I am going through on that day, on my particular day or time, what problems I have, and I will usually ask based on what's going on in my mind that day, or what I experience. But normally my question will be revolving around what I should do. Sometimes I ask about the result, like what is going to happen if I stay in this job, something like that. So that's a bit predictive, but mostly I ask what action, what thing can I do in order to achieve A or B or C. And sometimes I also ask about what if I do plan A, and then what if I do plan B, and things like that. So mostly action oriented. But yeah, I don't have a specific question that I ask the tarot most of the time. So yeah, that's my response to the last 4 days of 31 days of tarot, and I'm so happy that I can participate in this challenge this year. I don't know if I'm going to participate again next year, because it will depend on whether I get more decks to brag about. So yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, it's been fun, this challenge, and I want to thank you, Anthony, for creating such a fun challenge. And I hope those of you who viewed my videos enjoy what you watch. And I want to thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in 31 days of tarot next year. So bye bye now, and thank you very much.